Hey, we're back, and let's see here. We're on the Green Machine today, and those of you who are not familiar with the Green Machine, that is a 96 Honda Xr400, and we're a little bit outside of Morganton right now on Old Dial Road. And Old Dial Road will come into Stanley Creek Road, it's around Aska Road, around Blue Ridge. This will turn into some gravel at some point, but I'm not expecting anything very technical or challenging, but that's okay too, because we're still putting the XR through its paces, sort of shakedown. We've done a lot to this bike, been waiting ages for parts. Seems to be running fairly well. I just recently you gotta pay attention here. I gotta go this way. I recently changed sprockets. The previous owner had a 16-tooth sprocket on the front because I think he wanted higher road speeds. So I put it down to stock 15 and I put a new chain on it. There's 45 on the back, so it's stock gearing right now. We'll see how that goes. I rode it a few rides with the 16, and that was definitely favoring the street. You could easily do 70 without feeling like you were anywhere close to the red line. I have noticed a big drop in street speed just going down to the 15. I'm more in like the 60 miles an hour versus 70 miles an hour, but we'll see. I know some people run a 14 front sprocket that really want it geared lower for the trails. This is a pretty route. I've been back here once before trying, and I found the fire service road. I think it's 35, and that'll take you back out to 60, but we're not going that route today. We're gonna find this Stanley Creek Road thingy. We're not in any hurry. This is just a leisurely Sunday putz along ride. It is a little chilly. I don't have my normal riding pants on. I just have jeans, and I sort of regret that. But it'll be okay. Yeah, I know you don't see too many green XRs, but as I stated in previous videos, this bike really needs all new plastics. You know, after 24 years, a dirt bike, you know, shows its age. So I just wanted to fool around and I painted them. It might go back to a white and red XR, but right now it's a Green Machine. Out of the road, puppy. I'm looking at my little map. I did find a tiny little tank bag that I like. Giant Loop. The Buck and Roll, or whatever the hell it's called. It's tiny, but you know, you have limited choices when you have an oversized tank. and this is the IMS 4-gallon on this. You can't really put a lot of conventional tank bags on here, and I didn't really want a big bag because my plan is I'm going to have pannier racks in the back, and I'll have soft saddle bags and maybe a dry bag on the top or something for moto camping. So my concern is not to fit, you know, the kitchen sink on my tank bag. Just a place to put, you know, maybe a tire pressure gauge, your registration, charge your cell phone. I mean, just little tiny little things, you know, nothing major. So I got a really good deal. I forget even where I got it. Most places sell them for like $100, but I got a deal, so I snagged it. It's a pretty nice bag. It's made fairly well. You can unzip it and take it with you, you know, if that's a concern. But, you know, it is tiny, so you're not going to be able to put a whole lot in there. But that's okay for what I want. It's serving its purpose. I got this bike back in July, and I wasn't able to even ride it until like September. Because if anybody's been trying to get parts, you know how difficult that is. Waited weeks for Misty Mountain Trail. I don't know where that goes. I don't know if that's a private road. I'm really looking for Shallowford Bridge Road. I don't know if I'll find it, but you know, it's not imperative. We always get lost, so that's okay. I know a lot of people would like to take that power line road down there. I'm not feeling it today. This is just an easy little fall ride road on the gravel. It's not even gravel yet, but at some point this does go to gravel if I remember right. The leaves are really changing already here in North Georgia. Morganton is like north of Blue Ridge, south of Blairsville, off of 515, just to give you an idea of where we are. If you stay on 60, people call 60 the Georgia Dragon because it's twisty city. That'll take you out to Suches. Stay on at Delania. Go north of there, you hit Helen. This area is really good though for Florida service, fire roads, you know. There's a couple OHV places in the area. I guess this guy wants me to pass him. Buffalo Jump Lane. And that's part of Blue Ridge Lake, I believe, because we're going to be sort of going all around it here. And then the way that I'm sort of going will take us back out to 515, and then I'll jump on the other side of 515, and then that'll put us back up to like Blue Ridge, and then we take 60 back to North Carolina. This is, you know, you got twisty action going on here, but I'm not gonna fly on here with old worn out knobbies. I do have new shoes for this bike. I just haven't put them on yet. I'm just gonna wear these down a little bit more. They have tread on them, but they're old tires, you know. I think they're M21s on front and rear. If you miss this little road that I'm looking for, it'll take you to Aska Road, and then you can still get that Stanley Creek off of Aska Road if I miss that other little road, which it's not a big deal if I do. Alright, I'll shut up. I don't think you'd really want to fly on this road anyway, because a lot of these corners are blind. And a lot of the corners have loose gravel on them, so you're not going to be laying a knee down on this road. You can definitely tell that fall is here. That cool air sort of goes right through your denim jeans. I don't normally ride with jeans, but I didn't feel like digging out my riding pants. And I knew there weren't any water crossings on this route, so jeans are about the worst pants to wear if you're doing water crossings, unless it's in the middle of the summer and you don't mind having wet, soggy pants the rest of the day. But when it's cold like this, it makes you freeze. Not very enjoyable. I saw a few bikes out on 60. I saw one Xr400r getting gas in Morganton, but most of the stuff on 60 were street bikes. I'm sure there's a crowd at Two Wheels today. So this bike is getting like 52, 55 miles a gallon, which is okay by me. I know people that put the pumper carb on report a little bit less mileage, but I honestly don't have any problems with the stock carb. You know, some people, oh, I can't start the bike doesn't start very well. I don't have a problem. I mean, I did have to clean it. It was an absolute filthy mess. And there's been other people that have been inside the carb, I could tell, because a lot of the bolts are stripped out and shit like that. But I'm not going to justify spending $400 on a pumper carb. You will get more throttle response, but you know, that's pretty low on the list of priorities for me. I don't have any desire to race this bike. I don't ride it at 50 miles an hour in the dirt. I'm not a motocross guy. Tilly Bend. Where does Tilly Bend go? Anybody know? Tilly Bend. It's not on my little map. There's the Tilly Bend Baptist Church, 1858. I bet you that has some historical value. It's a pretty little church, but we're not saying any rosaries today. Now that little road up there, that interests me. That looked like a fire service road. I don't know where that one little went. It didn't have any markings. A lot of these fire roads around here are very poorly marked, and it's not even listed on my map. I have a feeling this I'll probably miss the road I'm looking for, but we'll see. Of course, all of these little roads on the right have not been on the map that I have, but I sort of kinda maybe-ish know where I am. But what fun is that, right? Oh, Xr400r Bridge. I think that's what I want. Yeah! This is what I want. Imagine that. And if you go straight that way, that's where the Toccoa River canoe launch is, and that's where that other fire service road, like 35, is, that goes out to 60. So you see that? We actually found this little road that I was looking for. That's a pretty scary thing, isn't it? Yeah, buddy. Actually, yesterday was a sunnier day than today. Today we had some cloud cover. Still nice, it's not raining. But this is a pretty little windy little road. It's still paved, so I know a lot of there's a creek down there, Toccoa River, I believe. They do kayaking on spots on the Toccoa River. But anybody that's crossing creeks today is going to probably have a pretty easy time, because we haven't had rain in weeks, so I would imagine Charlie's Creek and all those places that are pretty popular for creek crossings, the water level will be low. Now that's deep in there. You ain't crossing that part of the river on no motorbike, I'm telling you. Actually, it's very clear. I don't know how much you can see that. See, that's a nice little swimming hole there. I'm not swimming, but you know, I'm just giving you a little Toccoa River glimpse. That's a hiking trail. Don't try to turn that into single track, or they'll throw the book at you. It's pretty long here, the river. I bet you this floods when it does get high. I bet you these people, I bet you this water comes right over this road. That's a really big cabin. I don't know what the heck's going on there, but that's big. Castaway cabin on the Toccoa River. It's probably an Airbnb or something. These are pretty nice properties along here, but I do know for a fact that this river does get high. I saw a metal suspension bridge down here. That looks shallow, but I bet you it's a foot. I better stay on my side of the street, huh? Xr400r Bridge, tube rental. That's Xr400r Bridge. That's a private road. I don't know. That dead ends, so that's not really what I'm looking for if it dead ends. Okay, we're gonna have to go over this little bridge. You should be able to see the river here if I'm taking it slow. Okay, this is Xr400r Road. So, I think the road I'm looking for, Stanley Creek, is going to be on the left down here. I don't know. This looks sort of touristy right here. Go down here a few miles and see if I'm going the right way or not. If I'm not, we'll go back the other way. I just passed it. Oh, wait a minute. There's too many people there. Hold on. We gotta turn around. Got to turn around. The road I want is back there. All right, where the hell am I? Okay. Believe it or not, we're gonna make it. See where that car is coming out of? That's our road. If you stayed on this Xr400r Road, it would just take you to Blue Ridge. I don't want to go there yet. It's a pretty drive too. It'll go along the river, yada yada yada, but I want to go this way. I'm gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere.